Good morning, my dear students. Today we're going to start with the second chapter of Science, Class 5 curriculum. The chapter is Animal Habitats and Adaptations. So first of all, we need to learn the topic habitat. So let's go through a definition of habitat. The environment where an organism naturally lives and reproduces is called its habitats. Different organisms live in different habitats. They obtain their food, shelter, air and water from their habitat. So let us learn about the different types of habitats found on the earth. So whenever we discuss about the topic called habitat, so any organism, the place where it lives is known as the habitat. So we are like human beings, we live in earth, we live in the current environment where we found air, water, sunlight and all of these kinds of things. So we live in a closed environment and in close contact with plants and animals. So this is what we call as our own habitat. Okay, so now we are going to read about the types of different habitats. So we'll be starting with forest first. So let's learn about forest. So whenever you think about forest, I think so that all of you know about forest in Assam. So you might be knowing about Kaziranga National Park, and many of you might have visited it also. So there are more parks, for example, like Orang National Park, Manas National Park, and if you see near your home, you will also find many forest covers also, right? So let's learn about forest. So forest habitats usually have a large number of plants and trees. A variety of animals live in forest in various places, such as caves. Examples are tigers and lion. On trees and in burrows. So in trees we see birds and monkeys living. In burrows we have snake and rabbit. And also on the forest floor. So in the forest floor, deer, elephant and insects live. Many animals that live in the forest have well developed limbs that help them to run and walk. Limbs also help them to hunt or run away from the predators. So this was about our forest habitat. So if we speak about the forest habitat, so we have large number of plants and animals. Basically whenever you see a forest, you'll be finding lots of animals, lots of plants, right? So if you try to divide this into various phases, then you will found caves. In the caves you will be finding the lions and the tigers. Then you will be finding trees where lots of birds live, and you will be finding the burrows where the snakes and other reptiles live. So if this question comes in your exam about forest, so you need to write about these three types. Okay, so it's a very easy concept. So just learn the things properly. Also you can go and watch some videos in YouTube. You can go through some photographs of forest, right? And regarding forest, it's very useful for our natural habitat also, because forest produces the more amount of oxygen for us. So we need to have more amount of forest, and if the forest cover increases, it's good for all the human beings. Okay. So after forest, we need to study about a topic which is complete opposite to it. The topic is desert. Desert habitats are sandy lands with scanty rainfall. Most deserts are very hot and dry during the day and become cold at night. Animals usually found in deserts are camel, kangaroo rat, rattlesnake, etc. Animals in deserts have special features to survive there. For example, camels have thick, broad feet that help them walk easily on loose sand. They also have thick eyelids that protect their eyes from the sand blowing with the wind. They store water and fat in their humps for use in times of scarcity. Some desert animals live in burrows to escape heat. Okay, so this was all about your topic desert. So let's understand. what like have we like discussed so far. Okay, desert. If we talk about scanty rainfalls now, right? Scanty rainfall. The thing is that whenever in a place the rainfall is very minimum, we can say that this place is having scanty rainfall. And the desert habitats are mostly like sandy in structure, that there are most amount of sand available in the deserts, right? The thing is that the deserts are very hot and humid. So if we now want to take some examples of deserts, we'll be finding deserts in Rajasthan, right? Rajasthan is a place, it's a very famous place in India, and it is a desert place. And if we talk about deserts in the whole world, we have got Sahara Desert, we have got Thar Desert. So all these are examples of deserts. So if you get a chance to go to Rajasthan sometimes, just go and visit some deserts. So what kind of animals do we find in deserts now? So for example, animals like kangaroo, rattlesnake, all these are examples of the animals that we find in deserts. So again, there might be a question for you in your examination. What kind of animals do we find in our deserts? So your answer has to include kangaroo, rat, rattlesnake, all these things. Okay, just like go through things properly. So to survive in such kind of a condition, for example, if you like survive in the desert condition, you need to have some kind of features. So what kind of features we need to survive there, right? So for example, let's take example of the camel. So the camels have thick, broad feet that help them walk. For example, camels have thick, broad feet that help them walk easily on loose sand. They also have thick eyelids that protect their eyes from the sand blowing with the wind. So they can store water and fat in their humps for use in times of scarcity. Some desert animals live in burrows to escape heat. The thing is that the desert conditions are very different from the conditions we live in. Like for example, as we live in Assam, so our condition is very different. We have like lots of moisture in the land, like there are lots of greenery in Assam. But if you go to a place like Rajasthan or if you go to Sahara Desert, the things are totally different. Like it's like very hot, it's very humid. Okay, to sustain in these places is not easy. So do like save like themselves from like all these kinds of things. It needs to like go under the burrows and all, so that it can save like it. So this is the basic thing regarding the desert. So see, till now we have learned about the forest, now we have learned about the desert. Now let's learn about the polar regions and mountains. Okay, let's learn about the polar regions and the mountains. So the high mountains and the polar regions are covered with snow and are very cold throughout the year. During winter, the temperature can drop to very low degrees. Some animals found in the polar regions are polar bear, penguin, seal and walrus. Animals like polar bears have thick fur on their body that keeps them warm. Penguins have a layer of fat under their skin called blubber. It helps in keeping their body warm. Okay, so this was about your polar regions and mountains. So if we talk about our polar regions, the thing is that so like there are different kinds of regions. We're discussing about different kinds of regions only, right? The first we discussed about forest. Forest had lots of green covers, like it was like having trees and plants and everything, right? But now after we discussed about desert. So when we were discussing about desert, we were discussing about Rajasthan, we were discussing about Sahara, where there was no trees. And now we are going to discuss about the polar regions, and the polar regions are also different. The polar regions and the mountains, they are mostly cold climates, where like you will be finding snow, you will be finding ice, all these kinds of things. For example, if it like have like you can talk about Antarctica. Antarctica is a place which is very very cold, right? So the polar regions are covered with snow for throughout the year. During winters, the temperature can drop to very low degrees. So we have learned about the polar regions and mountains. So next is about the oceans. So if we talk about the oceans now, the oceans are the largest habitats of the world, and contained salt water. Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Indian Ocean are the various oceans on the earth. Big and small fish of different types are found in saltwater habitats. Crabs, starfish, sharks, whales, prawns, sea turtles, seahorses, jellyfish, electric rays, octopuses, and many other types of animals are found here. Okay, so let's discuss about the oceans first. So the oceans are the largest water bodies available, and they contain salt water. So if you go and taste salt water, it's very salty. Okay, if you go and bath in the salt water, all your hairs will turn gray, because whenever salt reacts with our hair, it turns into whitish, some kind of things like that. It becomes gray in color. Okay, so don't go and bath in the ocean water, नहीं तो सब white हो जाएगा. Okay, yeah, that's very important. Okay, so if there is a question in your exam, write the name of few oceans. So what would be your answer then? Your answer needs to include Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Indian Ocean. So these are the various oceans on the earth. Big and small fish of different types are found in saltwater habitats. Crabs, starfish, sharks, whales, prawns, sea turtles, seahorses, jellyfish, electric rays, octopuses are the many other different types of animals which are found in the oceans. So these are the examples of the animals that we found in the oceans. Okay, our next topic is fresh water. Okay, let's learn about fresh water now. Freshwater habitats include various ponds, lakes, streams, and rivers. Different kinds of fish, snakes, and frogs live in this habitat. Frogs use their long hind legs and webbed feet for swimming in water. Water birds such as duck and swan swim in water with their webbed feet. Cranes have long legs to wade through water. Basically, if we are speaking about the freshwater habitats, we need to include ponds, lakes, streams, and rivers. So if we mostly talk about freshwater habitats, we will be finding there fish, snakes, and the different kinds of frogs. Because the frogs use their long hind legs and webbed feet for swimming in water. I think so all of you have seen frogs, right? The frogs can live in the water also. They can swim in the water also. So just think in yourself, how would a frog swim in water? That depends on you. Okay, you need to think now how a frog swims in water. So what would be his body posture and all? Okay, it depends. Now everyone, this is your homework. Just think how the frog swims in water. Okay, yes. Then there are water birds such as duck and swan that swims in the water. I saw many of you have seen the ducks swimming in the water. So if, for example, I want to swim in the water, I will go inside the water because I don't know how to swim. But nobody has taught the duck to swim, but it is very good in swimming, right? So this is also an important thing. So how to swim in the fresh water is also very important. Our last topic for today is adaptation. The features and habitats of organisms that help them to survive in their habitats are called adaptations. The features and habitats of organisms that help them to survive in their habitats are called adaptation. So for example, as a human being, if we want to live in Earth, we need to have some kind of adaptations. Like for example, now we have got 2 legs, we have got 2 hands, we have got 2 eyes. So for example, human beings has developed from Homo erectus to Homo sapiens, right? This is one process that has been taken place. So while talking about this, why human beings evolved? This is a question. Human beings evolved because this was a gradual process, a process to evolve, a process to adapt to new conditions. So I think so all of you have seen this movie called Jurassic World or Jurassic Park, and all of you know that now we cannot find dinosaurs. The dinosaurs became extinct, right? Because the animals, because of its huge size, it was not able to adapt to the changing environment, and because of this we're like seeing now that it's not working properly. We don't have any more dinosaurs left because it was not able to adapt to the new conditions, right? So this is a very important thing, and today I am ending the class here. So all of you please stay at home, try to maintain, wear masks, have your sanitizers on, like don't go out, stay safe. So thank you.